Welcome to the Goldburst show, a new series of author interviews where we would interview the most promising authors. Hi, I'm Saurabh, your host and the publisher of Relevant Ground Publications. In this 11th episode, we would introduce you to Prithvi Datta, the author of Interactive 80s Game. Do you believe that people in the 21st century are missing the quality of life that existed in the 1980s?
The 1980s was comparatively a different life from what we have today. Because I remember in the 1980s, families used to spend quality time together, speak to neighbours, engage with each other. Kids used to engage with each other. There was no distraction of social media, iPhones. That's how life was different from the 1980s compared to today.
How would the book Interactive 80s Game inspire people to relive the life of the 80s again?
I decided to write a book about the 1980s called The Interactive 1980s Game. It looks back at the 1980s, reflects on the decade about its awesome music and quality music, its cool TV shows, its great movies, its awesome car boots and iconic moments in sports, and also don't forget its fashion. It has such colourful fashion. Remember the Rubik's Cube? I used to play that. I even have a Rubik's Cube today, and I play it as well. It's really an awesome game to play, and that's how things were like.
What message would you give to your potential reader about Interactive 80s Game?
Now the message I give about the 1980 game is that you can create an 80s theme night, play with friends and family, and you can actually play 2 board games that you can download from our website engagegames.co.uk, and you can play with families and friends. Like you can play a trivia quiz question round, you can play a charade round, a picture round, and even you can play a Mellet round. Remember Timmy Mellet from Wackaday? You can even do that. So the message about the book, you can have a great 80s night out, and that is really create an awesome experience.
What are your personal experiences in the 1980s? How different was life back then? What changes can we implement in our lives right now?
Now my experience in the 1980s is completely different compared to today, because I remember seeing families, neighbours spending quality time together, because my mum would spend time with neighbours, and the kids would engage with each other, playing concourse, BMX bike. We would even go to seaside together. We would even go to the supermarket together. We didn't have any distractions or mobile phones to happen, and that's why I like about the 1980s in particular compared to today. I wish life could be more like that today, where we're more engaging with each other, talking to people, interacting with people, having a communication. I feel that is lacking, and I want to bring all that back in today's decade.
Can we bring back the era of the 1980s in the digital age?
And because of the digital age, it is difficult because we are constantly glued to the screen, and we need to encourage people more to talk to each other and try to do things a bit differently. I'm not saying give up stop using social media and mobile phones. Just try to use it in moderation and place important to what is important in life, like relationships, mixing with family, looking what's going outside and everything.
How was your journey to becoming a published author? What struggles did you undergo?
My journey of becoming an author took some time because I was writing the book in 2017. I wanted to make it different from other 80s books, so it took time. I started in 2017, and as the years progressed, I sort of some new ideas of putting some board games in it and things like that. So it was an initial struggle. So thank you very much for listening to this video and of my insight about the 1980, and I wish you a good day. Bye.
Order your copy of Interactive 80s Game by Prithvi Datta from the link in the description below. If you are new to this channel, subscribe now, like and share this video. Keep on watching the Goldburst show.